Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is Zob's Wearables Tutorials. If you're new to our channel, we say welcome. We are extending a very warm welcome to you. Welcome to our channel. If you've subscribed to our channels, having viewed our previous videos, we are saying thank you for supporting our channel. And if you're yet to subscribe, please, we are still beckoning on you to support us with your subscriptions. You subscribe to our channel, you click on the notification bell so that you get notified whenever a new video is uploaded. So let's get started with the tutorial for this moment. Alright, what we'll be working on is how to make a ruffle sleeve. Well, I'll say ruffles because these ruffles, you can see them in some dresses like reception gowns. That's the down part of the reception gowns. Sometimes you see them on the sleeve, sometimes you see them off shoulder, around the arm area. So I'm just going to be teaching us how to make these ruffles. Okay, this is the one I've been working on, and I am using organza. If you look at my satin fabric, you can see it's already interfaced with hard stay. Sorry, I used gum stay. So the gum stay, the essence of the gum stay is just to give it firmness so that as I'm sewing, I won't be having issues with the light satin. So this is my satin, and the other side of my satin already has a stay on it just to make it firm. Alright, like I said before, I'm using organza for this. You can use two, and you can use a veil net, whichever one that will work, but you can even use satin to do this also. But I am using organza, 2 yards of organza for both sleeve. Alright, I have cut my organza in shreds. Okay, this is how I have it, and it measures about 2.5 inches. That is what I have here, 2.5 inches, which I'll place on fold before I start forming my ruffles. So I have lots of them here. I said I'm working with 2 yards. This is how I've shredded the organza into 2.5 inches. All right, now let's get to work. Okay, in forming these ruffles, we have to start from the bottom of our satin, interfaced satin. You have to cut this into 2. I didn't mention it earlier. And if you look at my satin, I have it as a semicircle, that is half flay. And how I got this measurement is I divided my client's lower round sleeve by 3.14. Yes, 3.14, which is half of 6.28, which we normally use for the round circle. That's the full flay, but this is half of the full flay. That is a semicircle. And you also have to cut it into 2 because we'll be turning it with the lining. So I have 2 of these. I said how I got this is I divided my client's round sleeve by 3.14. so that is the radius of my semicircle. Then the length I have here is 7 inches for the length of my sleeve. All right, so I was saying it's best you start from the down part so that as you pleat, you see the lines you're pleating on. Because if you start here where you can see the lines I've drawn, you have some difficulties trying to lift the first pleat to make the second one. So it's always best you start from here. And if you're starting from here, you give like half an inch allowance for the turning, because after stitching this, you can see that you'll see that the lines or the threads are going to be showing on the other side, just like this. So you will need your lining to turn it and cover it up. So let's get to work. I'm folding it into two. You can decide to serge or weave this part, the loose parts, if you have a serger readily available for you. But if you don't have one, you can just go ahead and do it this way. But ensure that you trim it very well after pleating. Don't forget to back stitch. Remember, I told us that we'll be leaving like an half an inch allowance here for the turning. Okay, now I am forming my pleats. As I pleat, I move my hand. This can take a lot of time. You just have to be patient with it. If you feel using pins to secure the organza to your satin first will be okay for you, you can go ahead and do that. Okay. This is how we are going to be pleating, making the pleats round the hem of our flay until we fill this flay up with our organza. So just take your time. You'll be needing like 1 hour to 1 hour 30 minutes for both sleeves, depending on how fast you are. Okay, you can see the organza I'm working with is gradually coming to an end. I mean, it's finishing up. So I'll pick up another one and continue. Then I'm folding this in so that the loose parts will not show. I'll just fold it in this way and this way also. Then I'll equally fold this in and place this on top of it and continue with my stitching. So if you want the pleats to be bigger than this, it's up to you. Alright, I'll go ahead and cut the excess. So I'll be starting the second pleat. Trimming out the serge of my organza. Okay, since I didn't serge my organza before working, I'll go ahead and trim the threads that are coming out of it. So to avoid this stress, just serge it so that your work will be very neat and you won't have to go through the stress I'm going through right now. Okay, now the second pleat is coming up. I'm giving it like an ½ inch allowance. That is the distance between the first pleat I made and the next pleat coming up is like ½ inch. So if you can mark ½ inch all the way around, that will be fine, but if you can't, I'm just telling you that what I am using for this is ½ inch interval. Okay, I'm continuing with my pleat. You pleat, you stitch, you pleat and stitch. You keep moving in that order until you fill up the whole space in your flay. Trying to take it easy so that the machine doesn't speed off. Okay, just keep moving gradually. Okay, we'll keep moving like this until we get to the end of our flay. It's going to take a lot of time, but you just have to be patient with it. Okay, I'm also joining these other parts because it didn't get to the end. Now you can see the shape is already coming out, so we'll continue. This is how we are going to go. Repeat same process until we get to this part, which I will equally leave ½ inch allowance, which I will use to join it to the sleeve. So I'm going to make the third ruffles. Okay, this is the third ruffles. Remember, we are using ½ inch interval from our last pleat. Just place it in a way that the pleat that you're making right now covers the threaded line on the previous pleats. And remember, this is being folded into two because I don't want the edges of the organza to be fraying or to be coming out. Okay, we are going to continue this way. Just take your time. It's really time consuming, but by the time you're done and looking at the outcome, you really know that it was worth the time. Okay, this is where we are, and the ministry is gradually coming to an end. Okay, having seen how the pleats are going, I believe that at this point we can make something like this or even more beautiful. So I'll be dropping this so that I can finish up with the one I've already started earlier. It's just remaining a little space. I'll fill it up, then show us how I'll be turning it, so that this video don't end up being too long. So I'll be keeping this aside. It's still the same process. Let me finish up with this and show us how I turn it with the liner. Okay, I'm still using same 1/2 inch interval. Okay, I'm still making my pleats. This should be the last pleat on this one, after which I'll then turn it with the lining. Okay, you can see how beautiful the pleats turned out. All right, now by now I believe that we will be able to make something beautiful like this for our sleeves, for our knee flake gowns, and for wherever we want to attach it to. Now the next thing I want to show us is how I'm going to be turning this with my lining. You can see the other part is quite rough because of the threads, so I'm just going to turn it with our lining. So I'm making it right side facing right side, so that by the time I finish sewing this to the ruffles, I can turn it, then the shiny part or the right side of my lining will be on the visible part. Okay, I'm trying to raise the ruffles so that I can see my 1/2 inch I left earlier. So I'll be using my pins to pin this down to see if it should be a lot more easier for me this way, so that I don't stitch on the ruffles as I'm trying to turn it. So I'll go ahead and pin it round. Okay, I'm done pinning. So the next thing I want to do now is to stitch on the wrong side so that I can be able to push down the ruffles on the other side. You can see this is the wrong side of my fabric, and I matched the lining right sides facing right sides. Okay, I'm just going to go slowly. I don't want to stitch on my ruffles. So as I go, I use my hand to press down the ruffles. Alright, now I've gotten to the end, so I'll go ahead and unpin. I have unpinned, and this is what we have, but I'm going to top stitch on this so that the allowance can relax and the flake can equally relax very well. So I'll turn it this way and top stitch, but I usually prefer top stitching from here. So top stitching, the allowance I have here, I'm going to push it close to where I have my lining, just like this. The allowance is already on the lining part, so I'll place it this way on my machine and run it down. The essence of this is to help it relax very well. As you top stitch, you make sure that the excess on the other side is aligned with the lining. So if you prefer top stitching from the wrong side, that's still okay, to still give the same results. Okay, I'm done top stitching. The next thing you have to do now is to take it to your ironing table, iron it. Then if you want the sides to be closed, I think it's better you close up the sides. You just turn your lining this way and close up the sides. You turn it out. After stitching on it, you turn it out from this open side. You do same to this other side. All right, we've come to the end of the tutorial how to make these wonderful ruffles. If you are new to our channel, you're welcome. We are telling you welcome once again. And if you've been an old viewer, we say thank you for visiting us again. Now if you're yet to subscribe, please hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss out in any of our videos. So thank you very much for being with us, and do have a lovely time ahead. Thank you.